Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever this message may find you, I am so happy and I am so grateful that money comes to you and I in increasing quantity on a continuous basis through various sources, all in a positive and peaceful manner. Good vibes only. I'm free and I'm awake. So today, I started my 7-day challenge and I'm about to really tighten up on my whole health journey because I be like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot in, because of course I got completely completely off track, and so it's kind of hard. Like when you go, say if you master going hard and you've done it, and then you go back and you kind of slide back into your old ways, and then when you're trying to circle back and get back into it, it's very challenging. Okay, just wanted to put that out there. But like I said, the best thing about it is not giving up. So even if you mess up, you just get back on. But anyway, I wanted to get on here and talk about, coming together and helping one another out. Like, life is hard enough. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be hard, but, as we all know, we make it hard by the way we view things, our perceptions of things, the way we, sabotage shit. It's a lot that goes on in your head, let alone what goes on the exterior world, like the shit that's just happening that you have no control over, right? You do have control over, your thoughts, your emotions. Even though they can sometimes run wild, you still have free will to practice discernment and, really put in the time and the effort to make sure that the things that you're thinking about, the things that you're doing, is all positive and in your best interest for your overall goal, right? That's the main thing here, right? So, with that being said, working together is a major part of, moving forward and bringing your dreams and your goals into fruition, right? You want to make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, whatever lane you're in, you master it. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're focused on that one thing and that only. And once you get it where it needs to be, then you can just go on to the next thing and focus on the next thing. But like I was gonna say, it's hard enough. Everything is hard enough without people trying to compete with each other. And people trying to act like, just because you might do the same thing that I do, we're in competition. Now, how is that beneficial? It's okay to have a competitive spirit and, want to do better and strive to, to the next level, or see another person doing their thing and be like, oh, I want to do that. But what's not okay is putting that energy out like you're in a competition with the next man or the next woman. You're not. If you believe that we were all individually made, especially. We're all uniquely put together. And we all have our own journeys that we're on. We might have things that we can relate to one another about in regards to our journeys and things like that along the way. But for the most part, you got to understand, like, whatever you bring, you bring. Can't nobody else bring it like you bring it. It's not one person. Walking the face of this earth, even if you got a twin, that's like you. I mean, there's similarities. There's relations. There's, oh, you look like her. You know what I'm saying? But you're not like them. Everybody's different. So whatever it is that you do, you do. And nobody else can do it like you do it. You know, have you ever had somebody that did something for you, a job or something, and they might not even have their shit all together? Like, they might be all over. Some of them might even smoke crack. You know what I'm saying? Some of them might be heart all over the place. You know, like their life is in disarray. But they deliver on this thing, and can't nobody do it like they do it. Like you could go to the people on the corner that got their shit all the way together. They got all their business stuff up to par, but they don't make the rap like you make. They don't do it. They don't make that drink like that other nigga make it. That's fucked up. That's not. You can't even call them. Can't catch up with them. You know, like even the dude that did my food truck rap. I mean, the way he did my logo was spectacular. Loved my logo. Like, he brought my shit, my vision to life. And it wasn't his vision. It's very challenging to bring a vision, someone else's vision to life and nail it. Like the young lady that did mine, she's a millionaire in the making right now. She's the owner and founder of Vegan Connect. Shout out to her, Jaleesa. However, Vegan Connect on Instagram. But she did my book cover. And that book is dropping soon, by the way. You guys be on the lookout. It's probably about 6 weeks out. I'll be doing a whole lot of promotion on that book. It's my first book. It is a true story. And I haven't really gotten into what this is all about, and what's behind this book and this movement. But I will. So just be on the lookout for it. But I'm saying she took my vision and brought it to life. And I'm saying that to say, like, the dude that did my rap, that did my logo, I can't even find him. It's like, dang, dude, you're the only one that understands me in this sense. And I want you to do other things for me, but I can't find you. But I'm saying that to say that nobody can do what you do. So you're not in competition with nobody. That's what I'm saying. You're not in competition with nobody. You have your own lane. I don't care how many cooks there is. I don't care how many it could be anything. Mechanics, restaurant owners, chefs, electricians, any lane, pick one. A salon. Nobody is you. And there's somebody for everybody. There's a lane. I mean, there's a business that can accommodate this part. Like you see how you got Walmart and Target, right? It's pretty much the same thing, but there's still a difference. You got what is it? CMC, and then you got Novant. I mean, they're both hell of a brands and whatever, but the thing is, what do you prefer? There's a group of people There's a group of people that rock with Novant. There's a group of people that like CMC. It's just whatever. It's not going to take away from your success is what I'm saying. You got a clothing line. There's 1,000 clothing lines out here. Thousands. But there's somebody, there's a market, there's a group of people that are waiting for you to drop yours, that need what you're bringing to the table. There might be a community of women that need a bra, and that woman that produced that bra happens to be shaped in a rare way, and that group of people, those group of women need that bra to be produced. But if you over here worrying about the other bra lines, and you focus on being in competition with the next woman, you will never get to see that bra. And then that whole community is going to be uncomfortable because your ass didn't execute what it is that you're supposed to be doing. We all have a purpose here. You didn't just happen to break through all them little sperms and just happen to get here, go the whole 9 months and fucking get here. That's a long journey in itself to produce, to grow in the womb and literally like make it to this motherfucker. You made it. So you think you made it for you to sit on the couch and be regular and do nothing? Even if it's you're a contribution to another bigger picture, you're still needed. You're valued. You're a piece of a puzzle that needs to be done, an overall thing that's happening. Like the ocean. It's on my website as well. You are part of what the universe is already doing. You're a major fucking contribution to what's already happening. You don't know how valuable you are because you're relying on exterior people, like people to tell you that you're valuable. Like you're waiting on this to be in a certain bracket, or you're waiting on. I was watching this girl, and she motivated me to keep going with my videos, because honestly, I just want to share things that I learned. You know what I'm saying? Because there might be somebody that needs to hear it, right? No matter how many other coaches there are, no matter how many other psychiatrists and people there are, that still doesn't take away from who I am and my delivery and things that I've been through, that I can probably spark something in somebody else. So I'm not, it's like the days when I'm like, well, I don't got that many likes. I don't got no shares. I only got a little bit of subscribers. And then it just be like, but then you watch another one, you might watch another video, and then that girl will say something like this. Like, I remember when I only got 1 like. Or I remember when she started her brand, she didn't have nobody, no viewers, no none of that. And I'm saying that to say, you might not get no play at first, but that don't mean stop. Because sooner or later, it's going to be a group of people that need what you have, that can benefit from what you're bringing to the table. And again, it's like the ocean, the waves in the ocean. You're a part of the overall thing that the ocean is already doing. You're just a wave. You're one of the waves, one of the little ripples of the waves that's keeping the ocean as a whole. Everything is one thing, and you play a part. And once you wake up and you transform into what you're supposed to be, and you really just dead all that shit that's not serving you, and you really pay attention, like, man, your mind will just go crazy with ideas and things that you're supposed to be doing, things that you need to be working towards. Now, do you know how you're gonna do it? No, but it's just coming. It's coming. And you take the steps. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't know. It's like you're just going with the flow, man. And you're trying to figure out you and where you're headed and what it is you do bring to the table. The smallest thing, it can be the biggest thing. Like if you're good at putting clothes together, you putting together a look for a public figure or somebody that, you know, has to be in front of audiences on a regular basis. Like that's a lane. That's a lane. And maybe that particular public figure only benefits from your style of the way you put things together. Like it's literally that serious. Like look how Tiny put Shekinah on. I mean, Shekinah was just doing hair. You know what I'm saying? And then one day she just blew the fuck up. She did the right public figure's hair. That's all it takes. And if you're worried about competition, looking at what so-and-so did, and if they did it better than you, that's going to stop you from what you're supposed to be doing. Is going to block your creative juices flowing. Like you, and I want to also say this. The longer you put yourself in the company of people that are holding you back in any way, shape, or form, and it's not to throw shots at the other people, because you may be holding them back in a way. It might be a mutual thing. All I'm saying is you got to get with the right energies, because the energy is everything. When you're in a energy with you stuck in think about how many years people stay in relationships. I was just talking to my realtor about this morning. We were literally standing outside just talking about how many years she and I wasted on people that the energy wasn't good. Like you waking up and you feel like you got a whole world on your back and you're walking and it's heavy. And you're like, damn, is it supposed to be this hard? And then the world, society makes you feel like that. Yeah, it takes work. It's work. Why? Why is they saying that? Because that don't feel good. And it blocks your creative energy. Like literally, she said it out her mouth. She took the words right out my mouth. She said, as soon as I let go of that relationship, everything started getting lighter. I felt better. I felt younger. Like she's 37. It was like everything changed and lit up and it was for the better. But it's not easy now. I'm not saying like when you're in it, you think that this is what you're supposed to do. Like you're supposed to be hard. You're supposed to work hard at this relationship. Like whatever. Like nigga, this shit supposed to be feeling easy. The energies are supposed to just flow together. I'm not saying you're not going to ever disagree or you might not have a little bump in the road. I'm just saying the overall energy is supposed to be good. It's supposed to be a flow. If it becomes where it's just all the time and it's dragging and draining your ass, then that is not where you're supposed to be at. And that goes for, for people, places, and things. You got to stop it. You got to know when to quit. You got to know when something's not working for you anymore. If it was working for you, good, but now it's not because you've changed, you've transitioned. Now that's not working for you no more. Now you got to move with that. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay in that flow, and that will block your because you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I just don't know. I don't know my purpose. It's because you're blocked. It's because you're entertaining things that don't serve you. You know what I'm saying? Your creative juices can't flow if you're stuck in all these different, binding relationships and these binding places of work or however you get your money. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel free in them in different ways, in different compartments of your life, it will keep you stagnant. Whether you like to admit it or not, it will keep you stuck. And you're going to be like, why? Why me? And it's like, you got to pay attention. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? And then once you figure out what's going on, then you'll be able to, that's just like when you take your car to the mechanic. He can't just fix your car. He got to figure out what the hell is going on first. Then once he knows, then he can start to take the steps to fix whatever the hell's wrong with it and tell you what parts to get and all that shit. Comes up with a plan of action. You're not even analyzing and scanning what the fuck is going on. You too busy trying to make it seem like this shit is happening to you, but really you're creating it. And these things are the things that you need to focus on. And then once you figure out what direction you're going into, I'm talking about it just come to you. It's just like unlocking an abundant flow. Like things just start coming, like answers to questions you had. It'd be like aha moments left and right. Good people are going to come into your life. You're almost going to be like, because you so used to shit being fucked up. You so used to shit not doing right for you. You so used to being on guard and not feeling, comfortable with dealing with new people and stuff like that. So at first you're gonna be like, well, hold up, is this? Yeah, this is it. This is how it's supposed to go. It's a flow now. See, you're in the flow now. It's not supposed to be hard like everybody told you and shit. I'm gonna say it again, Lord love Dorsey. Go hit her up because she will get in your shit and let you know, like, get in your shit. She's gonna tell you straight up, your parents ain't teach you shit because they didn't know. Whatever they taught you, I mean, I'm not saying all y'all parents ain't teach you shit. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying most of your people didn't have the knowledge, so they couldn't tell you either. You got to get in the know. You have to understand you. Knowledge of self is like the biggest gift in the world. And once you get aligned with who you are and what you are, and you understand your purpose and all of that, it'll just be like, it'll just come to you. You'll know exactly what you're supposed to do. Now, after you figure that part out, then that's when life starts to happen. And it's like, you can't think about what the other motherfucker is doing. How's that beneficial? I remember Oprah said it. Oprah was like, I forgot, she's just done so many interviews, so many powerful interviews. Shout out to her because I love her. I can't wait to meet her. I'm excited to meet her. But she came from the bottom, man. And let me tell you something. What I adore about her, she's an Aquarius. But she lives in her, she don't really, I'm sure she's struggled with it behind the scenes, but she don't worry too much about what everybody else expecting her to do. She was a people pleaser. She admitted to that. And she was trying to figure out a balance between saying no and using discernment, because when you get in a certain bracket, motherfuckers is probably everybody. I remember that time I opened a door for you at the grocery store. You my friend. You remember? Can I borrow $50,000? Like, I don't even know you. I'm sorry. Where was you when I was walking around the track waiting on that call to come through for Color Purple? Yeah, if I can remember correctly, I was the only one walking around that track, stressed the fuck out, wondering, am I going to get the part because somebody told me I was too fat, or I was too black, or I was too this. Yeah, you wasn't there. So why do I owe you $50,000? Why do I got to give you $50,000? Because you knew me. That doesn't make sense. But I'm saying that to say, she said, she started her talk show or whatever, and she just remembered, she said, what stood out to me is that she said, the biggest thing is that I had to focus on was not worrying about what the other talk shows were doing. I just had to focus on what I was doing and try to make mastermind. Because there's a whole bunch of talk shows. But how do I sustain my relevancy? And even right now, all these talk shows and stuff, because even with cable, cable's kind of dying out. It's a lot of shit that's changing right now. And people that's with it, that's really, really with the shits, and they really are real hustlers, and they really, really are about their business, they know how to, they're going to transition into what's next. They're not going to stay stuck over here with this shit that's outdated. That shit is, the world is moving. It's constantly moving. It's constantly changing. You have to change with it. But you can't worry about the amount of time that you spend worrying about, well, theirs is better. And this, you think Chick-fil-A was like, oh, McDonald's is, they're the best. Like, nah, nigga, they didn't. They just focused on they shit and they mastered it. And now what? They just as good as them, if not better. Always going to be a group of people that love McDonald's. But there's always going to be another group of people that fuck with Chick-fil-A. And don't mind paying a lot more money for the same type of sandwich. But you got to look at quality. When you go to Walmart, you got boxes all in the aisle. Some of the shelves is empty. It's too many fucking people. It smell bad sometimes. You know, it's shit all over the floor. It's just not all the way up to par. But you go to Target, you know, they shit clean. They got enough people in the lane, so it's not, the lines ain't super long. Like, you know, it's a little bit of a difference. But either way, Walmart ain't losing no money, and neither is Target. They just different. It's a different set of people that are attracted to those businesses. Walmart didn't say, well, fuck it, Target's it, I'm not gonna do it. No, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it how you do it. And you're going to get it. And can't nobody do it like you. Can't nobody do it like you. Okay? Because they don't have your vision. They're not inside your head. Nobody can deliver. Everybody delivers something different. Just like tarot cards. I love watching tarot. There's different tarot card readers. But they all bring something different to the table. Because they're all different individual people. They might do the same thing. They might even got some of the same decks that they read off of. But it's still different energy that they bring. You understand? And that's what matters, the energy. When you can feel the energy of a whole fucking room. You can feel the energy. You can have somebody getting it. The energy could be one way in the car, and the next time somebody come in the car, a new person, and then they'll change the whole dynamic, the whole energy of the car. You know, it's just, this is just what it is. We ain't in competition. You know, people like, oh, I ain't gonna tell her that she gonna set up and then she might do better than me, and then, oh, I don't want her coming out here because she gonna set up and no, everybody can eat. There's enough money in the world for everybody to eat. We are all doing the same stuff. We're all trying to create a level of comfort for ourselves and our families, right? So if that's the case, and I know something that can help you get where you trying to go, why am I not wanting to share this information? Because what? You think we're in competition because we do the same things? That's just like bondsmen. Oh, no, you're not in competition. Everybody's gonna need, niggas get locked up every 5 minutes. Whoever come up first on Google, you know what I'm saying? Whatever's the list. Whoever answer the phone first. That's who the... the moral of this story is I want us to work together. God forbid that, huh? Why can't we work together? Why can't I help you? If I can help you, if I'm able to help you, and I'm able to give you a piece of information that could change your world, why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't you try that? It's important. I share information so much that it gets on my people's nerves. They be like, you sent like so many videos, I can't even like. So, and that's another thing that made me want to start the channel, because I'm like, at least if I upload it on here, at least it'll get to where it'll disperse out to people that want to hear it. Because some people might not want to hear what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? I want to only attract people that have that have interest in what I'm saying, number one, and that can benefit. Because I know a lot of stuff because I study a lot of stuff. Do I like school? No, absolutely not. I like to study and go, and I study in a different type of way. Like I get to the root of things. Like, okay, so if we know, all right, so for instance, my guy was like, he has like sleep apnea or whatever. So with that, he's like, anyway, so I wanted to get to the point, the root. So the root thing is, inflammation. It's inflammation. That's what the root is. And honestly, inflammation is the root to a lot of diseases. Mucus, just like Dr. Sabi said, RIP. It's mucus and inflammation. Okay, so if those are the underlining things, we would need to like execute in reducing, or we need to find ways to reduce inflammation and reduce mucus. So that way the things that are in result of this excess inflammation and excess mucus can pipe down. Your body knows how to heal itself. This is not on this platform. This is something else. This goes up under ItsAlive, which is my food brand. But I just want to say that your body literally is, operating kind of like a car. If some shit goes wrong, it's going to cause this thing to go wrong. So it's just like a domino effect. So if you start kind of executing the underlying shit to kind of ward out all that other chaos that's happening, because that shit'll simmer down. It'll simmer down. And then that's when you're starting to see results. So anyway, I'm saying that to say, like, people don't want to help each other. And I think it just comes from get down to lay down. It comes from our past. Like, I feel like it comes from past mentalities, outdated beliefs, well, it's every man for himself, all these sayings. And, when you're in the streets, there's a whole lot of codes that are made up that are absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's actually ignorant as fuck. But when you're in it, you don't feel like it's ignorant. When you don't have nobody else and you start to come up with this shit that makes sense to back up all the crazy lifestyle habits that you come up with in the streets, like shit, survival mode shit. And to be honest, that mentality is very limiting. You're very limited, and it's small. Everything is small thinking. So when you start to open your mind up and you open up you broaden your horizons and stuff like that, it changes the whole dynamic of how things are moving in your life. And I just feel like when you spreading love and you showing love and you giving people information and you just showing, it really changes your exterior world. And I'm not saying now give it, because people, I know there's people out there, I give all the time. But what is your intention? Like, the intention behind it is what really matters. All that other shit is, you might as well just for no reason. If you're doing it for ego, if you're trying to be petty, like let's just say you bought somebody a gift just to be like, yeah, I just want to show them how much money I got, or it's like an ego thing, that really doesn't count. Unfortunately, like, you could beg to differ, but I don't think so. I feel like if the intention is there and it's good, then that's when your blessings come, But if you're doing it just to say you did it, like, there's a lot of people that don't value people out here. And they value the dollar over people all day long. And I don't. I never have, really. I'm thinking that's why I've been so blessed, because honestly, I might not have always had the bank, the numbers, the zeros, you know, in my bank, but I always, like, I be going out my way. Always. No matter what profession I was in, I was always in the service industry. But I went over and beyond for people. And it was exhausting, I can say that. But what I've realized is I need to do that for people that appreciate me. I can't do that for people that don't appreciate that. But that's getting off subject. But at the end of the day, if you can help benefit or help someone else benefit in any way, I mean, and it's not hurting you, it's not taken out from your pocket, it's not, you know, it's not no sweat off your back, do it. You know, like, you're not in competition with nobody. Nobody can be you. We all out here doing the same things. It's just in different lanes. And we can help each other. You know, we can collab. Shit, why we can't come together and do all one big thing? Like, it's just like doing a show when they go on tour. You got Chris Brown, and you might have so and so, but they all come together to bring out a good show. Even though if you just came to see Chris Brown, there's a whole bunch of behind the scenes, it's a whole bunch of people that came into play to make this all happen. Chris Brown didn't do all that. He came on the stage and he rocked that motherfucker, but I'm telling you, it's so much more to that one show than Chris Brown. It's the opening act, it's the host, it's the tickets, the venue, the people, the marketing, all that. You were a part of an overall scheme of things, an overall thing that's already happening. So you need to get in and try to jump in like double dutch and figure out where you fit in at. But you can't do that if you don't go within. That's the only way you can win. So go within so you can win. Okay? I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's on my mind because I don't like the competition energy. I don't like a person saying, you know, feeling like I don't like it. I don't like that energy at all. And it needs to be deaded because it's not beneficial for the person that's doing, it's not beneficial for either person, either party. But anyway, till next time, I wish you peace, health, wealth, and the time to enjoy them all.